Hey, what's up? Coming at you from Queenstown, New Zealand. Feel a lot better. It's like day 5 in our trip, I think. Day 4. 4 or 5. Yeah, so food poisoning is done. Feel a lot better. But nothing like a good old bungee jump to get going. The adrenaline in the system was definitely very helpful. Today was a bungee jumping and street lugeing day. Basically, the point that I wanted to bring up today was a lot of the American girls just, swear to God, talk about how nervous they are a million times a day, and after a while you start to feel it yourself. You're like, oh my God, everybody's so nervous. I'm like, no, I'm me. It doesn't matter. And the funniest thing is, so I did a gainer, which, if you don't know what that is, if you can imagine a backflip running forward. So you run forward, you do a backflip off the thing, and then you go. Now, I thought I did it all right. It felt fine. I honestly wasn't scared at all. I thought I was going to be, and I was kind of a little bit walking up to the thing, but after you've sat there for like an hour watching everyone else go, you're just like, okay, dude, I need to go. Plus, they have each, and when you bungee jump, they have individual weight classes for like different bungees. So like people of a certain weight, this range, or this red, another range green, another range blue. So I had to wait for that. So that was kind of annoying. But basically, a lot of the girls were freaking out and like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Holy shit! Like it's obnoxious. But the point is, getting over that bullshit, getting over that fear again, and having faith in yourself that you can do it. When you're evolving as an organism, you need certain kinds of responses to avoid certain things. There is an argument that fears of heights, spiders, among other things, are pre-programmed into us based on our ancestors, and that if we're giving into that, then that means that that's basically like the derivative of the fear that our ancestors had. So it makes perfect sense. But yeah, so while those emotions like fear and that kind of stuff, mostly I'm getting at fear at this point. Emotions like fear kind of can get in your way. They can also help you. The key trick in this, especially when you're like bungee jumping, you're thinking about the whole time, the whole day. You're like, oh no, what am I gonna do? It all comes down to the moment. Again, taking every step as you're doing it. Like, how do you get yourself to bungee jump? Well, one, you have to have complete faith in the equipment, and I do at this point. Like, when I first heard that people could bungee jump, I was like, that's stupid. Why would you do that? But now I've seen the material, I felt it. It's pretty solid, dude. I'm not worried. Make sure they weight class you the right way, and then you're fine. But yeah, your emotions can oftentimes lie to you, like fear. Overreactions basically are the issues, like anger, fear, frustration, irritation. These are all things that like you don't need in your body, you don't need in your emotional ecosystem, the environment that you kind of bring yourself up into. All kind of unnecessary things, and they all kind of stop you from growing. The reason why to do things like bungee jumping and pushing your limits, like, it's because if you don't, you kind of stay the same. You stay where you were. You don't grow. And it's like, oh, it's very, very trivial, but like each individual one, relative to your life, yeah, it is really trivial. But if you are constantly in the habit of, oh, I don't want to do that, oh, I don't want to do that, you get into a comfort zone of getting close to it and not doing it, or just not doing it at all, it becomes very easy to just default to not doing it at all. And when you do that, you're allowing your emotions to dictate who you are and what you're doing, rather than like who you want to be. Because you really have to ask yourself when you're up there, you're like, who do I want to be? Do I want to be the person that does this, or do I want to be the person that doesn't? And you can pick and choose what connotation, what means what, but it's really all about you in the end. Like nobody, I mean, people care, but like people don't really care, even if they egg you on and stuff. Like it's nice to care, but like it's not like imperative. But I'm just thinking, I look out at this view and I just think to myself, how could I not bungee jump off of this? How could I not be calm right now? My initial plan was to do a standing gainer, but he was telling me so much shit. I was like, fuck, dude, I might just have to run it just because I don't know the logistics of this very well. And it wasn't that clean, but I survived, so oh well, right? But yeah, so your emotions can kind of lie to you and keep you from pushing yourself, those peak level experiences. If you're not, basically when we were evolving as humans, you've got evolutionary pressure that gets us to where we are. Like that's why we're here, because there were external forces that pushed our mutations, pushed our genes to get there. And the thing is, as humans, we're so good at survival. We've fucking mastered that. We are so good at survival. We eat every kind of animal. I don't think there's any animal that we can't eat. I mean, it's not poisonous or whatever. But even then, we eat scorpions and spiders and stuff. Like we pretty much dominate every other species. So we're so good at survival at this point that we don't need that evolutionary pressure, that push to grow and to expand, whereas it is very necessary for like creatures that aren't exactly where humans are necessarily. It's important that they deal with that. They just deal with that in their environment. But we've created an environment where we don't have to deal with evolutionary pressure, which makes us soft. Makes us kind of lethargic, useless. You see the couch, you've heard the thing, vegetable, couch potato, those things. It creates that. So if you're not doing that, I'm not saying you're going to be a couch potato, but are you living your life? And that's a question that I really want to ask. If you're not doing what you want because of fear, if you're not doing what you want because of forces that you keep claiming are not under your control, like, oh, it's not my fault, I just couldn't do it. Like, just if you're the one who keeps copping out reasons why you can't do stuff, I just want to ask, are you really living the life that you want? Like, I mean, I just got over food poisoning, so I'm not exactly on 100% enthusiasm level, but I'm working on it. I'm kind of at like when I look out of this, I'm kind of at like a serene, kind of a very calm kind of a view of life and appreciation of everything. But yeah, with that said, yep, from New Zealand, Queenstown, Lake Wakatipu, I think, as the foreign cashier told me earlier. With that said, I will talk to you guys later.